Today, I'm going to talk to you very, very briefly about the holiday season and Christmas coming up in the new year. Now, at this time of the year, ironically, sadly, suicides and depression seems to spike, and I think it may be to do with the fact that we start remembering the past and that we believe we haven't done as well as we should have. Whatever the reason is, the best thing you can do is to develop a habit to be more positive and optimistic. Now that is obvious, but the focus I'm going to have on this video is only one thing, and that is to frame your questions and statements about yourself in a positive and optimistic light. Now that is very obvious, so all I'm going to do now is talk about how to do it. We all know what we should do. How? Well, assume the best from yourself in different areas. Now, for example, your brain will try and complete any picture you plant in it. If you plant a positive one, it's going to try and expand on that. If you plant a negative, destructive one, guess what's going to happen? For example, I've been successful in the past because. And the minute you say that, you start filling in the because. We connect the dots. I have always been able to communicate clearly because I am a good speaker, because I am likable, because the truth is we can all remember one time at least in the past where we're good at some aspects in our lives, even though we suck in the rest of the times. If you focus on the positive parts, your brain is going to try and expand on that. And that is my challenge to you for this festive season and new year coming up. On personal performance, take this thinking about framing questions and statements and think of different times: the past, the present, the current situation, and the future. And for each of those, you can list a number of topics. For instance, how clever you are, your presentation skills, your speaking skills, how well you lead, how well you manage, how funny you are, how well you make friends, how helpful you are, and so on. You get the idea? And then what you do is you frame questions about each of those, as I've just done, in a positive, optimistic, and hopeful way, that you fill in the positive, not the negative. Now, I can give you a whole lot of psychology on why this works, but the reality is we often knock ourselves down more than we deserve. Go out and think positively about yourself, and we can do the same for the world. We have a wonderful world in which we live, but we can say this: the world is a mess, the politicians are just feathering their own nests and pocketing the money for themselves, there's war all over the place, we're destroying an environment. Right, how does that make you feel? Or we can go and say things like, we discovered fire, we've developed antibiotics, we've landed on the moon, we've learned how to fly, we are living longer, poverty has been reduced, yes, really, and there's a lot of other things we can say about discoveries and inventions. That's great. Which of these two sets of statements makes you feel better? I don't have to spell it out, do I? Both sets have truth in them. Decide to go with the truth that's going to build the best future. Focus on creating the types of beliefs in this world and its future that will make you feel that your efforts count, that you matter. You can even turn the negatives into positive. We are busy sorting out our environmental problems by, and fill in the dots. We are looking at turning our problems around world poverty around by, and fill in the dots. Now, on business performance, you can do exactly the same thing. You can focus on many aspects. I'm going to focus on sales, finding customers, getting the right products, and then getting the right staff, possibly. Why do we always find a way to get new customers? And that presupposes success, and your mind starts looking for the reasons. We always get new customers because and you fill in the dots. We are good at developing ideas for new products or finding new products for our shop to sell because, and you fill in the dots. We always find reliable and hard-working staff because, and you fill in the dots. We encourage people to be reliable and hardworking because and you fill in the dots. Our sales will increase because, and you fill in the dots. These statements and questions forces you to find reasons to support them. That is how to say positive, optimistic, and helpful. Statements that are positive, optimistic, and helpful will support your success, and it will help you to take the action that will produce results that will eventually support building a great business, a great life, and a great future. I wish you all the best in this coming season, all the success in your business, and especially in your life.